Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on ChessCube. I'm going to put a seek out for a 5-minute game. Okay, here we go. We got a 2270 player. Just try e4. And Sicilian defense, so we'll go with the most commonly played move, knight f3. I'm not sure if I really want to go into the open Sicilian. I think we'll just go with bishop b5 and try for something a bit more simple. Just to exchange light square bishops. Simple development, rook e1, knight c3, or actually maybe I might try c3 and d4. c3 and d4 might be something I'm going to look to. Actually, I'm going to reserve that option for just a moment. Place the rook on e1 and then maybe go forward with c3 and d4. Not sure really yet what I want to do. You probably see g6. So if I do c3 and d4, I think is going to be something that's pretty good. Establish two pawns in the center, and they're going to have to be challenged at some point, I believe. So how would black go ahead and strike at these two pawns that I have in the center now? Since this capture was made already on d4, my knight is going to find it well to be on c3, and my bishop, what to do with him? Okay, so this is a nice setup. I could push forward with d5, kick this knight around. Where would that knight go? Actually, I think this knight might want to make use of this c4 square. So is pushing d5 just chasing the knight to a square that it already wants to go to? d5, then I eventually have to tolerate a knight landing on c4. This is a sensitive point in my position for sure. So what to do instead? e5 is another possibility. Or maybe just get my bishop out. Bishop e3, d5, maybe h3, cubbyhole for my king, and it would allow my bishop to come to e3 without being harassed by the knight g4 move. Let's see. Let's try. I'm going to try h3. h3, just a flight square for my king. And then I anticipate playing bishop to e3 on my next turn. But actually, you know what? That could still run into trouble with just this knight a5, knight c4. My bishop would then be hit. So I'm really not sure. This is I don't know how to really guard this c4 square. What to do about that? I think just castle or knight a5 or d5. These are just a few of the moves that I'm kind of trying to anticipate black playing. Castle, d5, knight a5. Castle seems like it's a move that's going to have to be played, so why not do that one right away? I really don't see maybe a hurry with this knight a5, c4 idea. I don't think a move like e5 would be a good choice. I could then just play d5, and then this bishop starts to look very ugly since there's a pawn on this e5 square. We have a bunch of spectators rolling in here. And I don't know if you could hear it in the background, but there's a bunch of kids going crazy outside my house. Hopefully this guy hasn't logged off. I don't know. It seems like he's spending quite a bit of time, although I've spent quite some time as well. Okay, so we're pretty much dead equal with regard to time. And I'm starting to really hesitate a bit with this bishop e3 move because anticipating knight a5, c4. So I think I'm going to have a change of plans. So I'm going to go with bishop f4 instead. Because I really don't like that idea of knight a5, c4, and then my bishop would be attacked. So that's my reason for now playing to f4. So h3, I mean, it still has its purpose of providing a flight square for my king, but with regard to preventing the knight from coming to g4 to attack my bishop, that's kind of out the door. So what should black be doing? This is something I wouldn't have considered really. Rook on f to d8. I don't see this d file really opening up. So this file is already open. So this is one of those logical moves. Rook to c1, and I'm still liking this knight a5 move. Knight a5 or even d4. Not sure what else. Or maybe actually e5 is a possibility. Maybe actually no. I have enough coverage over this e5 move, so it's kind of tough for, I think, black to really do something constructive. I think this is the only, I guess, small plan. But now that my knight on c3 is defended by my rook, if knight a5, I could play b3, and I'm covering my sensitive point, c4. So what does black really do? You know, this is I guess a classic instance where two pawns in the center are really show themselves well. So how to really react to this d5 move? Whenever there's a big change in the pawn structure, you know, we usually have big decisions. So I'm thinking initially just push forward, kick this knight around, and then maybe even e6. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Okay, so here's the trade-off. I could win a pawn. Knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes, and then I think I just won a pawn, although actually this queen would be able to play to d5, hit my rook, and then a2. So I don't know if I like that. So what to do here? Let's try, actually, maybe e6, hitting the queen. I'm not sure. What do I do here? Knight takes, pawn takes, knight, rook takes, queen d5. What do I have from there? I don't like that my rook would then be getting hit. Actually, I'm going to go forward with that, and I'm going to follow up with queen to e2. So my rook's going to be getting hit very soon after what black plays queen to d5. I'm going to play queen e2. Let him grab the a2 pawn if he really wants to. And my follow-up idea is going to be e6. So e6, I'm going to be looking to maybe just get some sort of a weakness on the black king side. Possibilities for maybe playing knight g5 at some point. Knight g5 at this point, I'm not so sure that that would work. It's protecting my rook, but then it could be kicked away with h6. And I also have to kind of keep in mind the time issue here. So my rook is protected here, so I do have to watch out for possible knight captures on d4 hitting this rook, but thankfully it is protected by my bishop. I'm just looking to play e6 at this point. So if queen takes a2, I'm going to do e6, but then again e6 allows this bishop to come to life. But really, what else is there? I think I kind of have to maybe do that move. So I think we'll be seeing f5. Hopefully I can maybe make use of this pawn, which is just a couple squares away from becoming very dangerous. And actually, here it is. As soon as I move my rook here, I'm obstructing my bishop's view. So I was just saying that 2 seconds ago, and now this tactic is really, this is really just going to hurt me real bad. Actually, I think that's game over. So this has really backfired on me. Rook to e3. This whole idea of pushing with e6, not so hot. I don't think there's anything good at this point. I'm gonna lose big time. What do I do? I guess I have to do that move, queen to f1, and then if knight takes, I have to capture with my rook so that my rook would be defended here. Actually, I was just getting ready to resign at that point, so let's see what black could do. Maybe there is a way to still make use of this pawn, or actually maybe just go into blitz mode, I guess. This really turned out to be very ugly. This f5 advance was very nice, hits the rook, and I really didn't have too many choices actually with my rook at that point. I think maybe I was forced to go to e3, but I guess just looking forward, 40 seconds to 35, so hopefully this guy is a little bit slow, otherwise I'd be beat. So rook takes, bishop takes, pre-move mode, and what do I do? Okay, blitz mode, I guess. Oh, I should have maybe got my rook doing something first. Let's get that pawn out of the bishop's view. And this guy's moving pretty quick. Well, at least I have a flight square, I guess. Queen h, queen a5, queen a6. What do I do? Okay, try and get my queen here, I guess. It's really tough to even commentate at this point. I just hung my bishop. Maybe I could get my pawn here. Or not. Rook c6. Oh, is this mate or something? No, it's not mate. Oh, I could win the queen. But I'm gonna probably end up losing on time. Or not. Actually, mate's coming up. Wow. Very lucky. Whew. Very close. I don't even know if I want to go back and look at that game. But hopefully you're able to get something out of it. Take care. Bye.